Write a Java program to check whether a given number is an Armstrong number or not. First, let us understand what is an Armstrong number is, right? And an Armstrong number means, suppose an Armstrong number means like sum of the cubes of digit of a given number. For example, so suppose I have given a number is 153, right? Sum of the cubes means cubes meaning that 1 to the power of 3 and 5 to the power of 3 and 3 to the power of 3. Right. So now if I go with the 1 to the power of 3, so it will be coming like 1 into 1 into 1. Same way if we go with the 5 to the power of 3, then it will be something like this. The same way in 3 also 3 to the power of 3 it will be coming like this. Now what we have to do, we need to add that, right? We have to multiply, right? So see now if I go with the multiply 1 into 1 into 1, you will be getting the answer is a 1. The same way 5 into 5 into 5 will be getting the answer is 25 and 3 into 3 into 3 will be getting a 27. So now what we have to do, we need to add all together, right? If you add all together, what you will be getting, you will be getting the answer is a 153. Armstrong number means sum of cubes of digit of given number is equal to the given number, right? So if it is equal, then that is called Armstrong number, right? If it is not equal, then it is not an Armstrong number. Let us start write the code and we'll understand. Let us start write a code over here. First, we have to initialize the integer variable. So we can say int number equal to, we can give a 153, right? So you can give any number over here. This is the number you want to check for being an Armstrong number, right? First, I need to take one integer from the given number. So for that, we are going to use a division. So in division, usually we'll get a quotient and a remainder, right? So if you want a quotient, you have to use the operator called the division, right? So you have to use the operation called division operator. Then if you want the remainder, then you have to use the modular operator. That is this one, right? So now, now I want to take one by one number. So here, if I divide the number by 10, then I will get the 3 is the remainder. If I divided the 10, then I will get the remainder is a 3. So we can use a mod operator to get a remainder. And I want to store this, 3 into one variable. So what we can do, we will be creating one more variable, int remainder equal to, initially it will be 0. So now I'll create a one more variable called original, because I want to store this number equal to original, because we are going to, replace this. So we'll be saying original equal to number. Right, now I'm going to, change this value, because if I am dividing, it is going to change. If I want to get a remainder, it is going to change. Keep on changing this value. So that's where I want to store it in the original over here. Why? Because we need to keep this value for a comparison at the end. So that is the reason we are using one more variable and store it in a original value over here. Then using the while loop we can use a while loop for iteration. So while loop is used to extract each digit of number and perform the Armstrong number calculation. So we can say while loop, here we are using a number greater than 0. So this is start of the while loop, which continues as long as number is greater than 0. Till that it has to iterate. So now calculate the last digit of number by taking the remainder when number is divided by 10. So meaning that the digit is stored in the, I'll be going to store it in a remainder variable, right? So now what we can say, remainder equal to, I'll be getting a last value and I need to store it over here. So if I want to get a last digit value, what we have to do, we have to divide that, this number, right, by 10. So for that we can say number. Now I want only remainder, right? So remainder means I need to use a mod operator. Mod 10. If I'm using a number mod 10, I'll be getting a remainder is 3. So I'll store it in a remainder variable. Now calculate the cube of remainder. That's what we have seen, right? So we have to calculate and store it in a one of the variable. So I can say one more variable I'll create, result equal to, initially I'll be making as a 0. So now result equal to result, because we have to add, right? All together we have to add. So result plus, then we can say into remainder into remainder. So initially we will be getting a 5. So in the result it will be 0. 5 into 5, I mean last number is 3, right? So 3 into 3 into 3 will be getting the answer, store it in a result variable. Right. Now I want to go with the next value I want to get. So for that what we have to do, this is number is a 153 only. Now I want to get the last number means, then what we can do, we have to do the number equal to number divided 10. So meaning that, so now if I am saying like a number divided 10, I am getting a quotient. Quotient will be the 15. If I divide this number with the by 10, I am getting a value of 15, right? So now this number variable is getting a value of 15 only. So the next iteration what happened? The number mod 10, right? So here it will go into 15 mod 10. The answer will be the remainder is a 5. So now again it will go and calculate 5 into 5 into 5. So it is going to add the value with the result variable. Right. So this is the way it will going to iterate. Now after the while loop has processed all the digit of original number, we have the result of Armstrong number. Right. So now we have a result of Armstrong number over here. So now we need to check that. So we have a result of Armstrong number calculation in the result variable. So loop is iterated, right? Finally, what we have to do, we need to check. Check whether the original value. What is that original value? Already we have a original value is this one. So now I hope you are clear why we have created a original value and we'll store it in a number, because now here we changed the number value, right? Number we have made it as a 15 and the next iteration it will coming into 1. So the number value is getting keep on changing. That's where we are keeping as a original value over here. Now we need to compare, right? So we have to compare the original value and the result is same or not. So for that, using a if condition, we can use the if condition over here. If original, okay, you can say original equal to result, right? If it is the same, then it's going to return you the true, right? If it is a true, then if the original number is an Armstrong number, right? Print the Armstrong number. This is, I can say we'll say result plus is Armstrong number, right? So now if the condition is false, it will coming into the else part. So in else part, we can print is not Armstrong. So not an Armstrong number. So now let's run this. We'll see how this is working. See, 153 is an Armstrong number. Calculating the sum of the cubes of digit of given number and checking that if the sum is, if this value is an Armstrong or not. Right. Same way if you go with that 123. Right. So suppose if you are having a 123, what happened? 1 to the power of 3 is equal to 1, and plus if you go with the 2 to the power of 3, 8, right? So 8, and 3 to the power of 3 is I think 27. So now if you add all the value over here, you will be getting only 36, right? So now the value will be 123 is not equal to this one. So it's not a Armstrong number. So you can say, I'll go over here. If I change it as a 123. Now let's run this. See, 36 is not Armstrong number, right? So now here we are getting an answer is a result is a 36. It's not a Armstrong number, right? So this is the way we have to identify the whether given number is a Armstrong number or not.